Welcome back to another episode to Road to a King. We're with another fellow king of ours, Joel, which is the spokesman right now when it comes to mental health and now in society, lifestyle, cultures, and also looking to create just bring us back as men. Joel, like when it comes to describing mental health, what's some of the recent things that are going on that, just to make it prevalent?
So it's very fascinating that we're given this opportunity to sit here this evening and put together this presentation for you guys. First of all, I would like to thank my man, Latavius, for giving me the opportunity to work with him, as it is very important for us to have these conversations. But as many of us already know, there was a tragic situation that occurred, I think, a few days ago, almost a week now, in the Lake Mary area at Lake Mary High School, where a young lady took her life. Now, I am in no position to elaborate on whether or not if I knew what was going on in her head, but I can almost say though that whatever it was an unfortunate thing, and who would have known and who would have ever thought? But I am almost certain, or I can guarantee you that as simple as one conversation could have changed that. Again, I don't know what happened, but this is why we have to start thinking about this topic. And then in my home country, the Bahamas, we had some recent suicide situations that occurred there too. And it's like, what can we do? Because we try to do things after the act, but what can we do before that? And so I think.
And I know personally for me, when it comes to the topic of mental health, just seeing alone, being around different cultures. I grew up in a mixed family, so growing up in just different style of families and seeing different ways of thinking, from seeing different family members and why and what made them successful, and seeing the ones who always ended up in the same rut. And even as a young kid, I realized it was all how we valued situations and valued the perception of where we were at to where we were going. And I knew all that was controlled from mental. So when it comes, I think a major point is knowing how actually it'll be introduced in your life. So knowing where you're at mentally is going to be a big point, because you got to know where you're at and know where you're going. Like I stated in the beginning, I kind of knew the value of mental health from seeing my families and how they handled their failures and also well as their successes. Okay, and when it comes to my personal life, I felt like I was in a position to where just to get on the same level as everybody, I had to work twice as hard. And just to get to where I could say I'm great at something, I had to work overnight. And when it came to that, it always came to mentally what I was able to handle, from being a sense of hard-headed to knowing my current situations, and from the men I'm seeing, from the women I'm around, from the lacks of my family and successes of my family. I knew that through me just controlling my mind and the thoughts that I came across were like seeds planted into what I was going to manifest or harvest out into my actions. So man, like, what was it what was your first, I guess, interaction when you was like, okay, wow, mentally I have to be better?
I think one of the things that kind of woke me up, there's a saying that says stay woke. Well, I think that was the point when I got woke, and it was just my own personal experiences. As you can see, it was nothing tragic, because I was able to recover and I was able to bounce back mentally, and just the way things transpired with how things were going. You're young, you set up this plan, and the plan doesn't happen how you want it to happen. We feel some kind of way, and that could be whether professionally, that could be personally, that could be financially, that could be in your household, in your family lives, whatever the case may be. It affects us, and I think just seeing how things transpired and things not going the way that I thought it would go, set out to go, that definitely rocked the boat in my head, and that was when I put myself in a better position. And so it was just me noticing that things weren't transpiring the way that I wanted it to.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like you were trying to bake something, it's like, why isn't the cake rising? Yeah. Like, what is the cake not rising? Yeah. I'm doing everything right. What am I not doing to sharpen my knife?
And then even as the cake example, you talk to an expert baker, and they say, here, Joel, here's the script, here's the recipe, do it just like this, and you do it like that, and it doesn't come out like their own. What's so unique about that is, even though I can be given the same script as an expert baker, I might miss one little simple step and it's changed everything. And so that's what makes us unique, is because we have our own personal touch.
Same time does not destroy life or property. So our slogan must not be burn, baby, burn. It must be build, baby, build. Yes,